But
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but does it have power steering?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, nice.
I've had it.
Hello everybody, today we are moving a pivot that's over 40 years old out of the field, and we've got a old makeshift homemade pivot dolly, that's what you call it? Keefe's going to tell you more about it. So tell me, what exactly is this contraption?
Well, a pivot dolly, a lot of people don't realize when you see a center pivot in the field, a lot of times you might lose that lease or put a new pivot in, like this case here, and then you got an old pivot you want to move somewhere else. So we'll load it on a dolly, pull the hot tires off of it, and we'll pull it down the highway, dirt road, whatever. But the only reason we're using the dolly today, this is an old Valley towable pivot, but it's so old over the years, the gearboxes have went out, and instead of putting a towable gearbox on there that'll let you disconnect the wheels, it's got some standard gearboxes. So we got out here the other day and we turned the wheels real quick, and then we realized that we just wasted our time, because even though we turned them so you can pull it, the wheels won't roll. So we got the dolly loaded up on it, and then you can steer it from the back end, help you get around, you know, tight corners and stuff like that. But
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but does it have power steering?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
We've already moved 2 towers. We got 2 more to go.
Try to not go through that hole this time.
Yeah, well, you drug me through it. I was just
you
kinda
were
along for the
driving.
ride. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, steer around that hole.
Yeah, I will.
We about pulled that last one in too.
So yep, here it is, folks. Here's the seat. You get a guy sits here. Got the old steering wheel. And let her roll. So Keefe, you've actually driven down the highway many of miles behind one of these, huh?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, my job was usually riding back here to steer the tail end, because that's probably, I don't know, it's equally stressful, the truck driver and this.
Yeah.
Because you've got to work as a team to get around tight places.
Right.
But yeah, I've even been down the highway, hit power lines.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, share the story. You ain't got to drop no names, but didn't somebody snag a power line almost with you behind it?
No, it wasn't no almost. No, we had a big pivot that we was moving from Donaldsonville, a big Valley pivot with a pretty good overhang on it, and had big rabbit ears up there for your overhang, and the farmer didn't want to take time to take them off.
Yeah.
And we hadn't even looked at our route. Normally I'll take the route with a pole, PVC pipe, and make sure everything's gonna clear.
Right.
No, we hooked to it, and I jumped on the back, and we got going down the road. He's running 55, 60 miles an hour.
Oh wow. And
I couldn't even slow down and save my life. He wouldn't answer the radio or nothing. He's pulling me with a semi. And we got real close to a couple lines, and then when we was going down the road, and all of a sudden I heard, and I looked, and the power line, the neutral was swinging like this.
Oh my goodness.
Like a jump rope. If it had swung up and got into the hot, it would have been a mess.
Yeah.
It's the next stop sign we got to, I jumped off of this, ran up there to the truck, and I told him, I said, "Man,
you can't have anyone freak out there, okay? You gotta keep our composure."
Just because I'm the one riding the pivot don't mean I'm the only one gonna get shocked." I said, if
You're going down with me.
You going down with me, you need to slow this rig down. But yeah, that was a very interesting experience. I probably would never do that again.
I bet. And it was Randy that was actually pulling.
It could have been.
Was that it?
I ain't gonna mention any names. It could have been. But yeah, it's pretty dangerous hauling them down the highway.
Yep.
Dealing with traffic, any kind of overhead obstacle. You can't get them too unlevel, like pulling off in a ditch, or you know, if you get it out of balance too much, it'll turn over on you. So it's a trip.
Oh yeah. Would you pull this one down the highway with it leaning that bad?
I have pulled something like that before, but you couldn't have drove a 10-penny nail up my butt.
Yeah. All right, good deal. Well, luckily we don't have any power lines to dodge or anything like that. Don't have that far to go. We just got to go from here all the way to over there. So not very far. So far so good. The pivot hasn't collapsed, but we haven't made it very far. But luckily we don't have very far to go. but I couldn't imagine being behind this thing going down the highway at 55 miles per hour. Maybe Keefe was exaggerating a little bit. I don't believe I would be behind it, somebody pulling me that fast. Oh Lord, what happened? Oh! All right, that is 3 down, 1 left to go. Little bit. All right, hey, I can lock this steering wheel in. I can just tie the steering wheel rigid and you can roll out.
Yeah, if you don't want to ride.
I'm just afraid that pin's gonna pop out and then I'm gonna be going for a ride.
It is sketchy though too. You get used to it. It's an awkward feeling riding something somebody else got control of. Especially when you're hauling that much weight.
Earlier when you said that he was driving 50, that's not exaggeration, really going 50 miles per hour
Actually, he was going faster than that. It was 55,
really?
60. Man. And on 84, I think he hit about 65 a couple times.
Whoo! Were you at least wearing a helmet?
No.
In hindsight, do you wish you would have wore a helmet?
Walking?
Yeah, I just walked.
What's the matter? You scared of my driving?
A little bit. A little bit. It's getting hot. Shed the old long sleeve flannel. I should have mentioned, and maybe I did, but just to cover my bases, the reason we're moving this pivot is we got a new pivot over there, brand new Rinky 4-tower. Hopefully this year things will go much smoother once we start running the irrigation, because obviously it's brand new. Shouldn't have any issues for it for quite a while. So on our farm we've got I think 14 irrigation systems. And we've got the oldest we're still using. It's a 1979 Zematic. And then we've got another one that's maybe like mid 80s. But then all the other ones are fairly new within the past 10 years or more. So he's got this set up. Now we're just gonna pull it a little further and it fits in this little channel iron. And that's what your pipe right there runs along. It's actually a pretty simple design. Just beautiful. And that is how she's done. Keefe, thought of a good question to ask you. So this pivot, the new one, brand spanking new. This pivot, 40 years old. So what do you think's been the biggest improvement in 40 years?
Well, really, pivots haven't changed that much structurally. The Rinky pivot's basically still the same design it was when it was first introduced.
That's what I was thinking.
The overhead pipe, used to the pipe would hang. The overhead pipe is probably one of the biggest things. The next thing, probably I'd say galvanized, because they all used to rust like crazy.
Yeah.
And third thing, I'd probably say electronics. Now you've got remote control, GPS. You know, you can pull them up on your phone. So I'd have to say the biggest thing's probably going to be electronics.
But you're right, structurally, the
But
pivot really hasn't changed in 40,
yeah,
50
structurally,
years, right?
since they went to the overhead pipe design,
Yeah.
really about the only major changes they've made is galvanized and maybe some poly-coated pipe on the inside.
With some fancy new tires.
Fancy new
Seen the
tires.
Like I guess they're made out of poly. They're not a rubber tire. You seen those?
Oh, you're talking about the
Spins
non-flat
off, yeah.
poly
Yeah,
tires?
yeah.
I wish they'd go back to the old metal tires.
That would be cool.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Look like a wagon wheel.
Yeah, there's what's his face has got one right down the road.
Danford.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, Danford's got one sitting up there.
Yeah, that ain't going flat. Uh-oh, mayday. The chain is falling off the lift. The wind is picking up, and we can't find it. Okay, last one. We're gonna move it to a different spot because if we move it over there, it's just gonna block everything up from when we move from field to field. So we've got a little spot picked out over there that we're gonna drop her off. Oh yeah, and we found the chain. The chain has been found. We are getting closer. This is gonna be interesting. I don't think we had as much room as we originally thought. There's the illegal deer hunter in his tree stand. I think that's the same person that ran out of fuel the other day. Okay, that was it. Last one right here by the pines. This is near our equipment graveyard number 2. All the equipment that Dad has acquired over his like 45, I don't know, since 1974. So quite a few equipment that is now just rotting away in near the pines. That'd be a good country song. The old equipment just rotting away near the pines. How'd I do?
Did real good.
Driving it?
Did good. Close, man.
Time to spare. Focus. 9:46. No, it's 10:46. Time change. I ain't reset my clock yet.
Well, I should say if it's 9:46, I'm gonna
We doing really good. Hey everybody, we are changing the old scooter feet on the cultivator, and check out Kyle. He's got a nice little what do you call that thing? To roll around on.
Work chair.
Like a workbench with wheels.
That's right.
Now I do not have a workbench with wheels. I'm just scooting around here like on concrete, like a dog. You ever seen like a dog when it's just scooting its butt on the grass to like...
Is that you, Jim?
That's me. I'm just scooting around here in grease and everything. About out of scooter feet. Gotta get some more. Kyle, is there anything that you want to say?
So, whoever's watching this, please like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video and subscribe.
Yeah.
We would greatly appreciate it.
So everybody should like, subscribe, and maybe even comment.
Yeah, put a comment.
That's right.
Comments what we're doing wrong, because we know you're gonna
Yeah.
put it.
Okay, it's the next day. All right, scratch that. So the camera died on a new camera now, the Canon M50. As I was saying, Jeff and I are working on the strip till. Jeff does all the strip tilling. So we got a 12-row KMC strip till that we are gonna rig up to put tail on. We always put out tail on with our strip till. That way we can bounce back from cotton and peanuts. And this year when we got it out, all our yellow hose was corroded, cracked, all that good stuff. So that's what we're working on. Looks like a mass chaos, but we're gonna get it all tidied up, looking a little better. Jeff, do you wanna say anything before we head out or whatever?
Yeah, man, it'd be great if y'all commented on the video, shared it, and give us a big thumbs up. We appreciate all the subscribers out there, and we look forward to getting more.
It's been a foggy day, but the sun is finally out, looking beautiful. Fog is lifted, but that's gonna be it, the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Keep it in, Field Rose. Jesus loves you. Bye.